Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, I've got no idea what was causing that, and it may happen again. If it does happen again, I will probably just cancel for today. For some reason, basically nothing was getting sent out, so I was losing loads of frames. So it's either an OBS issue or some kind of issue with Restream. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, it seems fairly okay now. Keep an eye on it. We'll try doing one run, then we'll see if it's stable. Yeah, sorry about that. I have no idea what's going on there. I even did a speed test on my connection. The upload speed was totally fine, so I have no idea what was causing it. Like I said, it may happen again as well. Hopefully not, but if you do notice it drop off again, just let me know in chat and I'll probably have to cancel the stream if that continues. Yeah, hopefully it holds. Well, what I'll do is what I was meant to do, which was make a purple num CC. What it is that Ephinea doesn't want me to find a Heaven Punisher. So as soon as I make the game, they're just going to make the stream drop. So if anyone wants to do purple num CC, feel free to join. I can't guarantee I'll stay in the game, but... I hate stopping and restarting the streams as well, because particularly for YouTube side, it's a nightmare to do it. It's quite often it'll just start a new stream. But it seems stable now, so far. Yeah, hello again, everyone. We've still got one more slot for CCA. To be fair, we haven't really had many connection problems for a little while, so... I can't remember what the prompt was for the storage now. It's something like bank badge pref or badge bank pref. I can't remember which way around it is. Okay, well, good news is we haven't dropped any more frames yet. Long may it continue. Yeah, it was super weird. Yeah, it's one of the downsides with using something like Restream. Assuming it was that anyway. You just introducing more things to the mix, it's just more things to go wrong, unfortunately. Yeah, so we've had so far we've had a pretty good anniversary event in the team so far. We've had quite a few banners. We do still need to get banners for those who haven't got one yet though. And of course, if the game wants to drop me a Heaven Punisher, I would not complain about that. So what I'm hoping is that one of the remaining boosts is a bit more rare drop. I don't really want any more DAR. I mean, it would be nice, but I'd prefer rare drop because that'll actually help everything. Got to assume that the last boost is probably going to be 1% hit rate because it normally is. Yeah, it's crazy. We're not even halfway through the event yet. I think middle of this week we'll be halfway, I think. And it already had some crazy drops across the team, so love to see it. It was not a time for my camera to freak out. Okay, come on, Heaven Puncher. You know you want to. Yeah, for those who didn't see, I know Drac posted it in our Discord earlier. Someone on the Ephinea Discord has actually made a post that kind of tells you some of the better IDs to run for each area. So if you're not sure, it might be worth looking that up. It's a pretty good summary overall, although there are some things missing from it. Oh my god, that was a lot of red boxes at once. Unfortunately, 2 LK-14 combat and a photon drop. Yeah, now for people who haven't played the game as much, it can be a bit overwhelming trying to figure out, you know, what drops in what area, what's worth doing for what drops. There was also something posted on the Discord as well, which I talked on my Discord a little bit about. I don't know if it's just someone trolling or if they're actually legit about it, but there's someone who's been quitting Ephinea recently, and they've been giving away loads of the gear. And they posted a screenshot of them team pointing a 70-hit gold miller. Now, I don't know if they're trolling with that. I really hope that they are, and that they haven't actually done it. Hi, Nightcrawler, good to see you. Oh, that's a nice limb banner. 25-hit limb, nice. Yeah, picked a good time to join Nightcrawler because we were having loads of technical problems right at the start. It seems to have stopped for the most part now. Hi, Boink. Oh, god, that Mary did not waste any time. That wouldn't be up 2 without dying to America at least once. You got a 30-hit 1983 Agator. Why is it things that with hit are always on things you don't want? That was very weird. Yeah, I mean, you don't really want to hit on any of them, to be honest, because, I mean, they're all kind of useless. The 1975 is like the least useless, but then you lose all the attributes in that anyway when you convert it, so... I will say, it's crazy. I've ran this a lot on purple on this event, and I think I've only seen one MA60 Vice drop. And it drops from the normal Gibbons, and there's loads of them, so I don't understand how I've only found one without hit. Especially with these drop rates. Also not found a single dress plate from these either. In fact, I found virtually nothing from doing this. Hi, Disaster, good to see you. Okay, thankfully I managed to dodge the 1975 drop. I really don't need another one of those. Yeah, I hope you guys in chat have found something decent from this event. How's the event treating you? The team has found quite a few things. I've had 2 banners so far. I got Raphael level 30 in a spaceship run, and then I got a couple of days ago I got Lavis Cannon from a Red Slime, which I've been hunting for ages. That hunter took far too long. Unfortunately, now I need 2 Syncestors. And if you know anything about Syncester, you'll know that there's not many things that drop it. It's like Skylight Barons is a horrible drop rate. I think Purple Numpsino Reds it might be at a horrible drop rate. Or Forest Hildatar on our own. Maybe Temple Hildatar as well, possibly. Yeah, it was nice finding to get Lavis, but yeah, it's like the downside of finding Lavis is then you're kind of locked into finding 2 other Ubers. Oren Gerta drops it as well. You want to find a Heaven Striker with hit? Yeah, honestly, I feel like I've barely seen any Heaven Strikers at all drop. Never mind ones with hit. Well, good news is, I think the bitrate is starting to stabilize. It seems okay. Hopefully it was okay for that run. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy because the drop rate's so much better at the minute. Haven't found anything yet, but yeah, on your hunt for Psycho 1 from Mill Lily. I don't know if you saw on my head, but the rare monster rate just got increased recently, so it's 200% now. So hopefully you see a few more Mill Lilies. HS is not that kind to you. Yeah, it just doesn't drop much, really. Right, what are the other teams doing? Let's see. Getting parts of Barons is what you're doing. Is that what you tell in the game that you're after? The parts of Barons, and definitely not anything else in Aura Mines. Yeah, we'll probably do at least one TTF during the stream. We got a PD and a Barons. Yeah, I found a few parts of Barons. I don't have anything else from Aura Mines. Just Barons launchers. Alright, so we have done purple CCA. Oh, you got at least 2 Askers as well. Oh, I also miss, yeah, congrats on getting the Heart of Type SS swords as well. It's a really nice drop. Trying if there's been any other Ubers that we've had in the last day or two. Alright, so next run. Yeah, I guess since last stream, yeah, you got SGS. Miss got SGS. Picky got Heaven Punisher, yeah. I got V101 as well, nice. Drac got Zonde or Razonde. Yeah, I can't remember which one it was now. It was Zonde, was it? Okay. But no red sword. That's how it always is. You get a Heaven Punisher, but no red sword. PSO works in mysterious ways. Yeah, I don't know either. Oh, you got the Iritista. Nice. Oh, thanks, Foosmuck. Yeah, I know that hasn't been that many videos recently. I've reduced the amount that I upload, but I'm trying to put a bit more effort into each upload that I do end up doing. The next one I think is probably going to be probably go up on the 31st, I think, because that'll be the 20th anniversary of PSU. So I shouldn't tell it'll be a PSU themed video. Right, next thing. What we run now. So what are people after at the minute? Because we should probably try and use this time to try and get what people are actually after. Made it really easy to get back in the classic childhood game. Oh, thanks for that, Foosmuck. Yeah, I just want more people to play this game. Red Ring, Miller, any Ubers with hit. Yeah, I'm getting towards that point now where it's like, okay, I just need better versions of what I've got. Yeah, Red Ring is always a good shout. I mean, we'll do at least one TTF this stream anyway. Want to do some Viridia Crater. What drops in Viridia Crater? Is it lame? Lame is lame. Hi, Nichiro, good to see you. Yeah, doing pretty well, thanks. Yeah, I feel like if you're going for lame, it's basically just the rare monsters, isn't it? We're getting a large collection of people on. I think we'll be about full in the lobby soon. If not already. Heart of Crazy Tune from the RBR Quest spaceship. Yeah, I suppose the RBR 2 drop quest story is really high enemy counts, isn't it? So that might be worth doing if there's any good spaceship drops. Yeah, Condrio should be I would assume Conjure's at 1 in 5 at the minute. It's 200% rare enemy. It's normally 1 in 10. Are you playing the new Arc Knights, Centura? Isn't there like a PC version that just released, or just releasing recently? I don't play it myself, but... Up for Yellow Exart, Spaceship Maxi, Heaven Punisher, and Daylight Scar. How would you get a chair? Depends if you're on controller. If you're on controller, it's like X and B or X and A. Or Alt U if you're playing keyboard. Oh, is the lobby full now? You should still be able to join the games. Yeah, it's just for some reason PSO has a really low lobby limit for characters. I mean, it is a 20-year-old game, I guess. Right, let's get some games going then. So, what are people wanting to go for? Yellow Exard, Spaceship. Should we maybe do some Spaceship? Because I feel like we never really do Spaceship very often. And we've got an RBR quest for it. I know there's at least 1 or 2 people who want either a Guren or a Daylight Scar. You hunt gold. Yeah, I suppose you could do... What, a Green Hill run? If you want gold, and then... Skylight Spaceship is also a really good shout. Just let me know who needs an undergeared level 116 Uniwell. Any of the parties that are open there, feel free to join them. Alright, so we're probably looking at Green Hill, Skylight. Is there any other IDs that are good for Spaceship? Let me check. I never run Spaceship very often, so I can never remember. Blue has Heart of Soul Banish. And I think, was it Viridia for Heart of Crazy Tune? So yeah, we have options. Oran Spaceship is good for Daylight Scar. You're gonna host a Viridia for Crazy Tune? Yeah, sure. So we do Viridia Crazy Tune. If we just set a few Spaceship runs going. Unfortunately, I don't really have many good IDs for Spaceship. Yeah, we're in like at least 3 rooms, I think. So just jump in whichever games you can get in. Yeah, sure, miss. Yeah, unfortunately, Purple Num Spaceship kind of sucks. Oh, another banner. Iska Braveman with... Oh my god. 90 hit untech Iska Braveman. That's money. Yeah, bro has just won the lottery. That is probably one of the most valuable drops on the server now. Please tech it properly. Yeah, that is just straight up money. That is thousands and thousands of paydays. Well, I will jump in here. Yeah, that's an insane drop. I mean, to get anything with 90 hit at all, like even a common weapon, is nigh on unheard of. And to get it on a weapon like Disco Braveman, that's disgusting. This game is better than GTA 6. I mean, people would know because apparently GTA 6 has been leaked all over the place, so... I got a Foil level 1 disc, amazing. I saw that 90 hit and was like, am I reading that right? Yeah, apparently people get 90 hit drops. Who'd have thought? Are we going for event spaceship or... For Oran, I don't really mind. We can either do event spaceship or we can do penumbral surge, and whichever. Yeah, Rhonda, sorry about the lag earlier. I was having some kind of issue with Restream, I think, and it was just dropping loads of frames. It seems okay now, though. I think it's Penumbral Surge 2. Just let me check. Yeah, Penumbral Surge 2. Hi, Sky. Crazy this game is 26-year-old now. Yeah, so this version specifically is a bit younger. This was from like 2004. But the original PSO, yeah, coming up 26 years old, yeah. It doesn't feel like it should be that old, but it is. And it's still got hundreds of people playing it. Okay, so this is the weird quest where basically there's 4 different routes. It's good now on your end. Yeah, it seems to have fixed itself now, thankfully. Alright, time to hell spam pretty much everything. Yeah, I mean, during this event, there's been a crazy amount of players playing this. Most times I've been on, there's been at least 500-600, but I did see someone post on the Discord that I think earlier in the day there was about 900 people playing. Which, if you want a laugh, 900 people playing this is roughly the same player count as the Steam player base on NGS during the day. Obviously for NGS there are other platforms that have more players as well, but yeah, if you compare them, Steam version of NGS to this, roughly the same player count during the day at the minute. I'm around the same age as PSO and it's held up better than me.
King Gothalion just raided with 336 viewers.
Oh, thanks to Rick Gothalion. Really kind of you. Welcome to all the raiders as well. Yeah, so I am SectionSkyly. I play mainly Phantasy Star games usually. I am a huge PSO fan. And I've been playing this game since about 2003. At the minute, we're just on the Ephinea private server. And just basically trying to get something out of this anniversary event. Fodra 1 has been full for like 3 nights in a row now. Yeah, I know when I've been trying to get some of the games on Fodra, it's been difficult to get in the ship sometimes. Which is insane for a game that's like 25-year-old. Hi, DKDX, good to see you. But yeah, thanks again for the raid, Gothalion, much appreciated. Hope you're getting something at the anniversary as well. Well, I got a photon drop, that's something. But yeah, I feel the same, Charles, as well. I think I was about 18, I think, when I started playing PSO, and the game has definitely held up a lot better than me. Yeah, if you are new here, we don't just play PSO. Well, the channel is mainly Phantasy Star, but we do play some other stuff. We have just finished Chrono Trigger on the midweek streams. I am actually going through some of the older Phantasy Stars as well, though. So we have just started one of the Phantasy Star 2 text adventures, which are extremely cursed. But it's been a good time so far. But I would say PSO is probably the game I play the most of. The 20 minute adventures, yeah. I don't know, man. The text adventures are just weird. I know we've only played one of them so far. But it's kind of weird that it basically starts off with the dude just looking around the forest. With no money. It's the lack of anything graphic. You get to see a picture of the enemies now and again. Or not you want. Chrono Trigger is a masterpiece. It is. I would agree. I'd never played it until I played it on stream, and yeah, I would agree. Masterpiece. I managed to get Heaven Punisher, but the Psycho one is evading me. Damn rare lilies won't drop it, and I've killed 20 of them. I think I got my Psycho one from a lily. I think mine dropped after about 26, 27 of them, I think. I got very lucky, though, to be fair. It then took me like way over 30 red slimes to get a Lavis, so... Yeah, sometimes you get really lucky in this game, sometimes it takes forever to find anything. Yeah, Chrono Trigger I really enjoyed playing through, actually. I knew it was going to be a good game, obviously, because of all the reviews and everything for it at the time. You know, it's constantly raved about. But yeah, I was really impressed with it. Obviously, I think I still do prefer Phantasy Star 4, but that, as I explained last stream, but I think that's mainly because I have an inherent bias towards Phantasy Star anyway. So I'm always going to tend to go towards those games instead. Oh, nice. 17 more and I'll get it. That's what you need to think. Oh yeah, the song is literally called Fight Inside the Spaceship, isn't it? Yeah. Well, if there was ever a time to use it. Yeah, that Disco Bremen banner was insane. Yeah, for those who didn't see, someone, not in any of our games, but someone just got a 90 hit on tech Disco Bremen. So that will be a 100 hit if they tech it properly. Please tech it properly. Yeah, it was a banner a little while ago. I kind of had to do a double take when I saw it. Yeah, someone, I think it was on one of the US ships, I think. But yeah, probably the craziest banner I've seen in the event so far. Yeah, 90 hit is stupid rare. I said earlier, but 90 hit is stupid rare on anything. Like, not even just on a rare. Even to get a common weapon with 90 hit is pretty much unobtainium. It just doesn't happen. I mean, honestly, it's kind of rare to see anything above 50 hit. It does kind of make you feel like you're playing a different game to some people. What do you think that's worth? I don't have a clue. All I can say is thousands of PDs. Do you think 12,000? Wouldn't surprise me. You think 20k? It's somewhere in the thousands for sure. Like that drop just doesn't happen. In terms of like a Heaven Striker, Lem or Lavis, seeing them with hit at all is uncommon. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, the chance of hit is only, what, 5%? And that's to get hit at all. So that's even to get like a 5-hit weapon. It's 5% chance. And the chance to get that hit chance and then the chance for that hit to be 90% is just ludicrous. It makes you realize like how stupidly rare some of the stuff in this game is. I don't just mean the Uber drops either. Like, everyone knows that stuff like Psycho Wand, Lavis, CLJ is rare. But some of the things like level 30 techniques, weapons with really high hit are just on another level. Bro should play the lottery. The thing is, if I'm getting that kind of luck, I would rather it be on the lottery than a weapon in PSO, but... I mean, you know, we've had some crazy drops on the streams, you know? But... even some of the most stupid stuff that we found... doesn't even come close to like a 90-hit weapon. Like, you don't realize how rare that is until you actually like look up how ridiculous it is. I think it just tell you on the Ephinea wiki like what the chance is, but it's minuscule. If you were playing on Ultimate, you could sell it for real money. Yeah, I always forget that's a thing. Yeah, I think your Psycho Wand collection is probably one of the rarest things that's ever happened on the server as well. Yeah, for those who are new here, missed in this game, I think it was maybe anniversary 2 years ago, I think. Got, was it 3 Psycho Wands during the course of the event, but 2 of them were from Mill Lily standing next to each other. I got a 3rd one last year, okay. Oh, yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, so he literally got... I think it might have been a max attack, I think, and there was 2 Mill Lily stood right next to each other, and both of them dropped Psycho Wand. I mean, yeah, it was during the anniversary, so the rates were better, but even then... First time I see a stream with this character, what gear you're running? So, at the moment, I'm using... S-Rank Needle with Hell, just because Spaceship is Hell Paradise. Aura Field, V101, V502, Heavenly Arms. I've got Q Shocking because I haven't changed it, and Ranger Wall. Oh, I got a Victor Axe, amazing. Like one of the worst weapons in the entire game. It looks cool, and that's the extent of it. Look at it, it's terrible. Have you had a plat badge ever drop? No. Now, platinum badges are another thing that are very, very, very rare. No, I've never seen one drop. I've seen banners for other people getting them, but... yeah, honestly, this year, really, there hasn't been that many platinum badges, has there? Why doesn't Victrax have Heart of Skin? Yeah, I mean, there's Heart of Laconia Max, which is probably, I guess, the nearest thing. But I mean, they look very different. Heart of Victrax would be kind of cool. I think they should do that, really, for some of the weapons that are just not that useful. Like, make weapon hearts of them. Yeah, there's been a few platinum badge drops, but it feels, I don't know, this year it feels like to me there hasn't been as many dropping as last year. Well, having said that, we are only, well, not even halfway through yet. Heart of Last Survivor, that would be cool. Yeah, I do really like how Last Survivor looks. I tell you what weapon I do really like the look of. Varista. I think Varista is a really cool looking handgun. You're obviously never going to really use it because it's not good. Might be rarer because they're for the entire party now. Yeah. I suppose so, yeah, because I guess if one drops now, everyone in the party gets it. I've been wanting to ask what causes the badge drop rate to go up and down. So obviously we get the unlocks as we kill more stuff. But in regards to it being different per quest, the way it works is the 3 quests of the maximum attack E quest that are run the least have a bonus to the badge drop rates. So they have plus 25% badge rates. The 3 that are run the most, if they're above a certain level, get a minus 25% penalty. So that's why Forest is that's why Forest has slightly less. Oh, got a Panzerfaust. 40 machine, so 50 machine, which is nice, but Nemo gave me one with hit last week. Hey, at least we're getting something. Yeah, so I would imagine that the ones that have the penalty at the minute, Forest will definitely have a penalty because people just don't stop running it. And I'm assuming the others are probably CCA and Desert, I would guess. Is that what it is? 1 in 450 for a Daylight Scar? That's really not bad. The thing I will say though, Braxton, is even with the nerfed rates, because some of the unlocks that we've unlocked are increased badge rates, even the quests that have a penalty now have above 100% badge rate. It's still lower than the quests that are ran less often, but you're still getting a badge bonus. Again, I get why people run Forest. I know it's like a really good area for hunting certain stuff from, and it's a really easy experience. But at the same time, Seas Forest. We must be getting fairly close to the final unlocks now, though. I think once those are done, then people will just run what they want anyway. And if anything, people will run Forest more because the rare enemy rate's higher now. Like, giving us 200% rare enemy rate was just more hill to toss for Forest. I forget how long this quest is. Where's the milestone page? I think the way I found it, because I don't know if there's like a link to it on the actual main page. I think it's might be on the forum update link. Oh yeah, just asked you won't be able to post links. I think the bot nukes links. If you want to post it, you probably have to put like a space in the link somewhere. Which is like the auto mod on Twitch. Alright, so we're getting Grand Sorcerers now. What do they drop? Anything good? Oh, Gurren. I didn't realize it was the Sorcerers that dropped them. I'm so used to Gurren dropping from Del Sabers. Man, the auto mod is just destroying those legs. You might also be able to get the link from when you first load the game, like the launcher page that shows up. I think there's a link to there and to the forum announcement for it, and I'm sure there's a link to the unlock page in that. Yeah, we've unlocked most of the boosts already. Oh, I think Pig disconnected. I know a few people have been crashing a bit the last few days. Yeah, there's been a couple of people Pika that have been crashing a bit more recently. I don't know why. I hope we can get something decent out of this. It's the Tor Revenge. Yeah, Orange Spaceship's not bad. It's a really weird quest, this, because you think you can't go through here because the laser fences, but you can. Also, thanks for all the follows over the last few minutes as well. Yeah, again, for anyone who might be new as well, if you're not sure where to start with this game, if you're interested in checking it out, this server is called Ephinea, and the game is a free download. Still regularly has a few hundred people online, more at the moment because we have an event on. Still got a really thriving community, honestly. That's a bit of a nasty spawn, that. Yeah, this server's been going for years. I think this is about the 11th anniversary event, so yeah, it's been going a long time. There are other servers as well, I should say, so don't feel you have to play on Ephinea. There are several different servers for this game that are still going. Ephinea is probably the most popular one, I would say. Oop, ancient server. Seem to get those all the time, and they're just not useful. Wow, I did not realise that was behind me. That was really lucky. Yeah, honestly as well, it's a great time to get started with this as well, because with the event that's on at the moment, the experience rates are really boosted, so you will level up very quickly. Yeah, thankfully we seem to have solved some of the stream issues that were going earlier. It seems okay now, thankfully. I had someone doing from 1 to very hard doing Beyond the Horizon in about 40 minutes yesterday. Yeah, it's crazy at the minute, honestly. Yeah, I've been getting some insane levels without even trying, really. I think this character's gone from about 188 to 194. But I've also leveled loads of other characters as well. So yeah, it's not all about the rare drops. It is also a really good time to just get experience as well. If only these guys drop something good. There's tons of them, but they drop a terrible rare drop. Yeah, you should be able to see on there, Braxton, that all the different boosts we've unlocked. The only slight downside is we're getting a lot of increased photon drops, which is good because you need photon drops for loads of different things, but it's bad because it's more chance of getting PD'd. So it's just more heart attacks basically every time you get PD'd on a Uber Rare. How much longer till the last two? I'm not sure. I mean, it does feel like the rate that we're getting points, I think, is starting to slow down, which is to be expected. You know, I think after a week or two, people are starting to either find what they came to the event for, or even just starting to burn out a little bit. So I'm not surprised it's slowed down a bit. You got PD by a sorcerer in Green Ruins. The lowest area right now is Tower. Needs some brave souls to grind it. Just remember as well, though, that if you want to contribute points to the lower scoring ones, you can also run the 2 Omnispawn quests, so either August Atrocity 1 or August Atrocity 2. Because those will contribute points to whatever is lowest. So you can also run those as well. Yeah, for Tower, I would say Purple Sky. I mean, a lot of IDs get at least one good drop there. I know the Tower event quest has quite a few gig gears in it, so definitely good for Skyly for sure. What's in Sky? I'm fairly certain Purple is Heaven Punisher. Yeah, so for Purple, it's mainly for Heaven Punisher and V502. For Skylight, it's basically just Seal J Sword. We're getting plenty of badge drops, which is nice. I thought people would run A over and again contributing, but it seems they are. Yeah, so again, the A quests, they contribute towards whatever is currently scoring the lowest. And they give you more badges. So, and they're just good quests, so I would recommend running the A quests, they're really good. Yeah, they also give double the points as well. They are very, very good quests, particularly A1 on Sky. It's break A1 or A2 glass in case of emergency. Break A1, A2 glass in case of forest. Yeah, Skylight A1 is really good. There is so much stuff that can drop there. You know, just off the top of my head, you've got like Heart of Flambird, Seal J Sword, Heaven Punisher, Lavis Cannon, Cincester, and there's more. Lame. It is a very strong quest. And for A2, Pinkle is probably one of the best IDs for A2. I forget how many enemies are in this quest. Yeah, the AA quests are just really fun as well, just because with them being omnispawn, it just mixes things up a bit. Hey, Roman Raccoon. Did I see it? How many bloody arts have you found this run? Oh, just 2? I thought you'd found more. Ah, I forgot about this room. Yeah, I would really recommend doing Sky A1, Pinkle A2. I mean, to be fair, most of the event quests have at least 1 or 2 IDs worth doing. It's the Gifoy room. Yeah, I guess if you're a Force, yeah. Ender said on Discord yesterday that for April Fools next year, maybe have screenshot and have a 10% chance to crash the game. Yeah, the experience is really good as well. Oops, someone just got a Psycho Wand. Actually, I think I'm sure they played with us last time we played Blue Burst. I'm sure they dropped by the lobby. I recognise the name. I know which picker we got this. Yeah, 200% experience is ridiculous. Yeah, I barely have any PB because I've just been spamming health for most of the run. Oh, you got a Guren, but no hit. Yeah, that's the problem, it's just finding one with hit. I have no idea which way we're going, by the way. Oh, nice. I suppose the good thing about Guren is, you know, I guess you can get either a Guren or a Shoren with it. As long as you get one of them with it, you can make a good Jizai. Easy to get a Shoren, probably. What drops it on Green Hill? Is it Crimson Assassins or something else? Yeah, I think... Is it Whitehill as well, I think, that gets Shoren from Assassins, maybe? Stupid question, what hit should I use for Jizai? I mean, honestly, if you can get hit at all, it'll work well. The good thing is with Jizai is that you can get either of the swords to make it from Black Paper's deal. So I guess if you got one with hit at all from a drop, you could just make one and then you could always just get another one later if you did find a sword with a higher hit. Jizai's also got really high ATA anyway, so it's not as sensitive for needing really, really high hit. I mean, for what it's worth, I use I think a 35 hit Sangayasha, and that does totally fine. Yeah, the Monkey King Bar is a nice drop picker. Most binds sell at 40 hit. Yeah, a 40 hit GSI would be really, really nice. But that is quite difficult to get. I think for me, I'd be fine with probably, what, 25 plus? I mean, obviously, the higher the better, but I think I could make a 25 hit work. You don't see either very often, Jizai or SMY. I think the reason is just honestly that twin swords generally... The sad reality of PSO is that for single target DPS, mech guns kind of beat everything. So I think you do often find that a lot of people do just use mech guns. And I get why, but... Jizai is really good though, because Jizai has unreduced health. So it's really good for like single target health. And it's really strong as well. For me as well, you know, if I'm playing my hunter, I like to use the melee weapons as well. I mean, yeah, I do use mech guns as well. But I just think if I'm only using guns, I may as well be playing ranger. But there is no doubt that using mech guns is still definitely the best DPS, unfortunately. Hi, Ray, good to see you. Congrats on the Lavis as well. You like seeing people use off-meta gear? Yeah, I just think, you know... I don't think there's necessarily a massive need to use meta gear. Unless you try and fly time attack or something. I saw that coming in slow motion and did nothing. You got 30 hit Jizai works really well. Yeah, 30 should be really good. That's the thing as well with twin swords. You can use proof of sword saint as well, and that gives you an extra. I think is it 30? Ephinea? I don't remember if it's 20 or 30. I think it's 30. Yeah, then you could also use a V5 or 2 with it if you wanted to lean into the instant kill. For sure. That does involve finding a V5 or 2, unfortunately, and V5 or 2 is a horrible hunt. It's one of those items where it's not particularly uber rare or anything, it just drops some horrible enemies. At a kind of awkward drop rate. Oh, thanks, Ray. Yeah, I think I found my Lavis about an hour or two after yours. Fun quest, but too long. Yeah, kind of agree. It's a very good quest for hunting stuff, but yeah, it is quite long. I ain't even gonna see her. I was using Hell Needle, but you know when you get those runs where Hell just doesn't really kill stuff? It was one of those. Right, is any of these actually worth using? No. I mean, I'll take that up to 50 because that's quite nice. I don't need those. You love the Pioneer 2 music. Yeah, honestly, the PSO soundtrack in general is just really good. That's such a shame. That has really nice attributes, but no hit. Yeah, not a bad quest, just, yeah, a bit long. I guess if Hell Needle works often, then it'd probably be okay. Alright, so let's see. So what can we go for next? Is it break last time? Do we need to deploy A1 and A2? Yeah, I'm down to do some A1, A2. Also, thank you for the follow ciphertext as well. And Planet Arraign as well. Get that Heaven Punisher. Yeah, I mean, we could do, what, Sky A1, Pink A2? Or a couple of Sky A1s. I feel like it's such a good quest, we kind of have to run it. You're going to host a Sky A1. So we'll have a Sky A1 game up, and then I think Miss is getting a Pinkle for Pinkle A2. And then we'll have to work out how many people we've got. It's like a military operation trying to sort the parties out during the anniversary. I mean, I feel like I have to join the Skylight A1. I need my shot at Heaven Punisher. I mean, if it wants to drop me a Cincester or another CLJ sword, that would also be fine. How many casts do you have there? We have a total of 0 in this game. God, I've got so much money on my character. Time to blow some of it. I got a trap vision. Oh, you got a Black Adoshi Red Nimadu. The only downside is it's minimum stats, isn't it? I think that's the one that has a built-in God Battle, I think. Yeah, no worries, Nimu. So we've got loads of people, so probably several games. You just need to add demons to this arrest needle. I mean, why change it, you know? Alright, let's see how this goes. Yeah, these are some of the most fun quests in the anniversary, I think. I think the only downside of running this on Skyly is that obviously quite a lot of the enemies are just Mines enemies, and Skyline Mines is terrible. But it's the other enemies that are here that make it worth it. I'd like the diversity more if there were Del Sabers. Yeah, I feel like kind of screwed a bit for Del Sabers, really, aren't you? Because I don't remember if there's any at all in this. I want to say there isn't, but I could be wrong. I know there's a few in A2, but obviously they have episode 2 drops. And then I don't think the Ruins quest has any either, does it? It's in Ruins 3, isn't it? The event quest. So, and Del Sabers are not normally in Ruins 3. Aaron, what can I say? Hopefully the anniversary's been treating you well. Okay, switching to the wrong needle. Oh, is there actually some Del Sabers in the Ruins quest? I guess they must break the rules for the event quest then, because normally Del Sabers don't appear in Ruins 3. Having said that, is the event quest in Ruins 3 or is it Ruins 1? You can tell how much I've run Ruins. Only banner so far is Refoy 30. Oh, I also got Refoy 30 as well, so same on that. I mean, to be fair, when I came at this event, my goal was to get at least one banner, and I've achieved that. I've had 2 so far, so I'm doing pretty well, I think. First banner was the Lavis Cannon. Nice banner. So the only downside with getting the Lavis banner, I said it earlier, but the only downside is then you kind of feel you have to go and hunt some Syncestors to upgrade it. You originally thought it was a cannon or a gun. No, it's not. It's a bit weird, yeah. I don't know why it's called cannon and then is a saber, but... Don't know how I survived that, but I'll take it. Yeah, I don't know if you know, Ray, but the Lavis Cannon basically has like 2 upgrades you can do to it. So you can turn it into daggers or a double saber. But you need like another very, very rare item to be able to do it. Is it worth doing it? It doesn't have hit on it. Man doesn't have hit either, but the thing is, like, hunting a Lavis Cannon with hit sounds like a nightmare. It's awkward with the Lavis weapons because they are unfortunately a bit outclassed. So basically, the Lavis weapons were introduced in like the earlier versions of PSO, and then when Ep4 launched, it added a lot of new gear that kind of made some of the older stuff irrelevant or less worth using. So with Lavis Cannon, in that example, they added Excalibur and Galatine that are both a lot stronger. For the upgrades, I think the dagger is sometimes used, because you probably know the special on Lavis does that like piercing wave that uses some of your HP. The dagger and the double saber also have the same. And with the dagger, because you can use it quite rapidly, it's a good way of getting your health down really quickly. So it's quite often used with people who use Dark Flow. Sometimes they'll use a Lavis blade to get their health down really fast so they can use the Dark Flow special. The double saber, to an extent, I guess you could do the same. It's probably not as efficient. Oh yeah, if we can try and kill the Pan Arms, that'd be great. Just because they drop an Uber. Yeah, for the double saber, the double saber has the same kind of special, but it's not quite as fast as the daggers, so it's not as efficient for the whole Dark Flow thing. And unfortunately, the double saber is a bit outclassed for damage as well because Black King Bar is stronger and a lot easier to get. But double cannon looks really cool, and it's still strong. It still has good attack power, it's just not as strong. You have to use the double saber because it's cooler, exactly. Double cannon looks sick, it looks so good. And that's why you use it. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about trying to find a Lavis per hit because you'd be there forever. Yeah, the upgrade item you need for it is a thing called Cincester. Unfortunately, Cincester is also a very rare drop. And if you want the double saber, you'll need two of them. Because you use one to upgrade it to the daggers and then another one to upgrade it to the double saber. I'm in the same boat though. I need to try and find it as well. It's rough, yeah. It's brutal, honestly. That's a good point, yeah. So if for some reason you make a double cannon and then decide, no, actually, I don't like this, I want my Lavis cannon back, you can then turn it back to Lavis as well by using another Cincester. I don't know if anyone has ever done that, but you can technically do it. Time to pull up for AA1. Yeah, we've just started doing the AA1, AA2 stuff now, so hopefully someone gets something from this. Haven't had enough time getting a Love Rappy to spawn. Rare enemies are very, very fickle in this game, even with 200% boost. Yeah, sometimes they just won't show up. Current Vivian is 15 hits, so I want to get one that's at least 30. Honestly, I mean, congrats on even having a Vivian with hit at all. I've had a few Vivian drops, but I've never found one with hit. That's a very nice weapon to get hit on as well. Yeah, I know what you mean, trying to get Love Rappy to spawn. It's a pain. I did actually see one, was it yesterday or the day before? I dropped a Vivienne, but again, no hit. Okay, that felt a bit unfair. I didn't even get in the room. Drac wanted to do a purple AA2 today and we got a Love Rappy. What does purple Love Rappy even drop? I can't think. Got a feeling it's something not good. God luck, oof. Not even heavenly luck, damn. Hi, Vector, good to see you. Just hit affect all attacks. Yeah, so it should affect... It's basically... What hit does, essentially, is just gives you a flat accuracy boost. So if you look at in your menu, your ATA, you'll get an additional amount of ATA, depending on how much hit you've got. So if you've got, say, a 20 hit weapon, you'll have 20 more ATA. So it's just a straight accuracy bonus. But yeah, it affects anything you do with that weapon. Obviously, techs aren't included because they always hit anyway. Yeah, it's really nice if you can get something with hit, but yeah, don't worry too much if you don't get one. I'm looking for something specific during the anniversary. I had a couple of hunts I wanted to do when I started, so I wanted to try and find a Lavis Cannon, which I managed to get a couple of days ago. Heaven Punisher is like my main one this year. I'm not having a whole lot of luck with that, but... And now, like I said, because I found a Lavis, I now need to find some Syncestors as well. Aside from that, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting another red ring for one of the other characters. That'd be nice. And then basically just upgrades to what I've got, really. So, I mean, a Heaven Striker with hit. That would be cool. Yeah, my other goal this anniversary is just level characters a lot. Which just kind of happens by hunting things anyway. Because the experience is so ridiculous. Still want to try and sell my 100% machine red save, but I'm trying to estimate where to start with. Yeah, it's a difficult one because like, it does have a use as as a Volop beat stick, but it's such a niche use. I honestly wouldn't have a clue where to start the evaluation at. I mean, the price guide, I don't know if you looked at the price guide, that might give you a rough idea, but it's really hard to value something like that. Auction it starting at 1 PD and go from there. That is a very spicy option to do that. I did not mean the demons up on arms. Yeah, I mean, that's a really nice drop there, 100 machine. Again, getting 100% on something is crazy. And for it to be on the right attribute for Red Saber as well. Right, 1 in 11,000 for Heaven Punisher. So you're saying there's a chance. We can PB whenever, by the way. Yeah, you realise when you run this without a cast, like how valuable traps are. These are the double chicks that you can't. There's no switch for. I really don't like when they do this. Can't remember if there is a switch for those. I don't think there is. Well, we've got two. I'd like to play a cast, but I also enjoy soloing when I need to, and casts don't really feel great at soloing. Later on, it does get a bit easier. I've been playing a cast recently as well, and early on, it particularly does feel like a bit of a struggle. Later on, I find it a bit easier. It gets to a point where your traps can just lock everything down. Yeah, I think Ranger casts, from what I've played, I think Ranger casts to me feel a bit more forgiving. It's definitely a totally different playstyle though, for sure. I think if you're used to not playing a cast, then it does take a bit of adjusting to get used to. Rakas kills kind of anything in Ep 2 solo. I mean, I think Rakas has so much attack power. Mine is starting to get kind of strong now. Thank you for the 13-star rare drop. I can't think why he did it on this spawn. I don't know what I'd do if I got another CLJ sword. I thought you guys would kill the Giga faster. Unseal in 10 years. Yeah, my plan is to unseal my CLJ once the event ends. I said it on Discord earlier. I don't really want to play my Uni World too much during this event because it just feels a complete waste of the experience playing level 200. So my CLJs wait until after the event's finished and then I'll unseal it then. Nice work, everyone. No banners, you know, unfortunately. I mean, it's because I'm streaming. We know this by now, that banners don't happen when I'm streaming. They only happen like midweek when I'm not playing PSO on stream. We know this by now. Cunewell's been struggling. Cunewell is very, very rough at lower levels, for sure. It gets better. It does depend on the area a little bit though as well. Like, hunters are just not good at some areas. Banner Monday, yeah, probably. Last run before bedtime guarantees a banner. I mean, you would know that with your Heaven Punisher. I know that from my Lavis. It seems to be a thing. I'm like level 136 or something. I miss a lot. Yeah, Hunewell accuracy is not good. The way to get around it, I guess try and use hit percent weapons where you can. You might need to use a Heavenly Arms until your AT is higher, or use a higher Dex Mag. If you're using range weapons, try and use Smart Link if you can. Huniwell feels like you need more hit weapons than Formar. Well, at least Formar has like other options though, don't they? Like outside of things that require accuracy, at least they can tech as well. Huniwell does struggle a bit. I still really like the class. I will always stand Huniwell. It's always going to be my favorite class. And even at like level 200, there are some enemies that are still hard to hit. Particularly some of the really high evasion enemies like Del Depths. Like Del Depths are a nightmare to hit. Might replace my Huniwell with the Huke Seal. They've got different strengths and weaknesses. Problem I have with Huke Seal is I just don't think they're great for damage unless you're in a party personally. Because you've got your attack power is only very slightly higher than a Huniwell, but you don't have Shifter and Dayband or Jelliman's Aloe. But you've got traps and really good accuracy, so it's a toss-up. Is Rambling mainly good on Huni? I don't think it tends to get used very often. The reason is because the main reason it's used on Formal is because Formal has a really fast shot animation. So the animation for shooting is really quick. Where Huniwell, I think, has the standard shot animation, so it'll be slower. I mean, it's a range option. If you get on with hit, maybe it's a way of hitting things from range, because it does have pretty long range. Or you could use something like a Holy Ray for range as well. I think on a Huniwell, I'd probably lean towards Holy Ray more for long range. When are we getting Cleo gameplay? Oh yeah, I got a Cleo earlier. I mean, that's not bad. We've got 45 hit charge Vulcans in the shop. I mean, they're usable. Does anyone want any while they're here? I know they're not 50 hit, but they're 45. Get me two, please. Can do. What's the difference between 45 and 50? 5 accuracy. So 50 hit is obviously better. But yeah, 45 hit should be decent. I'll take one too if that's okay. Yeah, no worries. Does anyone else want one before I leave this quest? You want some as well, Vector? How many do you want? Just these never show up, so... This is the first time I've seen charge Vulcans in the shop with anything higher than like 20 hit. You want 2? Okay. And you know what? I'll take one for myself as well. Anyone else before I leave? Can you buy 8? How much space do I have in my bank? I've got enough. I do wish you could just like tell them how many you wanted to buy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inventory's full. I want 4, okay. So I need 2 more for Braxton and then 2 more for Vector. I should make game just dropping mechs. Yeah, that's what I think I'll do, because I've got so many here. What I'll do is I'll make an open game and basically just join it if you want to, and I'll just drop a load on the floor. I don't want anything for them. It's a shame they appear now after the quest ended, not before the quest. Yeah, no worries, Ray. I can hold on to them. I imagine that actually getting decent charge Vulcans in the shop. Wow. Alright, so what I'm going to do... I don't know how many are on at the minute. I could make the game for the charge Vulcans now, if people want them. Again, Ray, I'll hold on to yours. I don't know if people are busy in a run at the minute or not. Hold on to mine, I'm in a run, no worries. So, anyone in chat who asked for some, does anyone want to pick them up now, or do you want to pick them up later on? Yeah, no worries, Zell. Good to see you. Oh, you need at the end of your A1 run, okay. Well, what I'll do then, I will quickly make a game. So anyone who is on who wants to charge Vulcans, I'll keep this open for a couple of minutes and then we'll get back to some runs. So the game will be called Sea Vulcan. And I'll put a password on it just so people can actually get them. So password will be stream. Meanwhile, I will gamble. Asteron belt. I mean, it's something. I mean, it'll have no attributes, but cool, I guess. It's nice, but it's male only, isn't it? Asteron belt. And it's got no attributes, so... Yeah, thank you for all the follows today as well. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I'll give this a couple of minutes. Just drop these charge Vulcans off, and then we will get back to some more runs. I wish the range on Sweetheart was better too. Yeah, the boost that you get from it is you basically have to be right next to someone. It's a really small range. But it's a nice armor anyway, so it's still worth using. Any advice for a newbie? Haven't played since Dreamcast on how best to level Remar. I'm level 35 and got boosted a bit. Are you playing on Ephinea? Because if you are, basically run any of the event quests that are on at the minute. You're on Ephinea, okay. Yeah, so because the event's on and it's 200% experience, basically anything, any of the event quests will level you really quickly. You could also do TTF dragon resets if that was something you want to do. Yeah, so it's the European ship, Block 2, Lobby 21, but I mean, you'll be able to access again from anywhere. Alright, is this you, Braxton? Oh, no worries. Yeah, basically just run anything, honestly, Moogrins. Oh, could you get a mech gun? I can get you one, I think. I have a spare one, I think. So I only have Vulcans for the people that asked for them, so I did have one spare one, so... Oh, no worries, Bob. I don't know if I have any other spare ones at the minute. There's a few people that have already asked for them. But I do have... Do you have more chargeable ones? I don't know if I do, because I only got a certain amount of them. So I know Braxton wanted, I think it was 4. Let's see, how many have I got with me at the minute? Yeah, I think I got you... It was 8, wasn't it? Yeah, it's because I ran out of space in my inventory. You can give one away for me. Is she a Vector? Alright, in that case then. So I've got one for you. Especially with 45 hit. Yep, there's one. Yeah, you can take that one, and then I've got another one here. So you two take one of those each. And then I need to make sure I've got enough space here. Right, I think that gives me enough space. No, no worries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no worries, guys. Hopefully it helps. All right. So I'll start dropping these ones for Braxton. There, that should be 8. In what Nampa Foy? I'm good personally. Oh. Gold badge, thank you very much. You didn't have to do that, but thank you anyway. Yes, I've still got a few left. Oh, no worries. Yeah, that's the first time they've ever come up. Oh, you've run out of room for the bucket. I get that, I get that. Alright, let's get back to running some stuff. So we've got about another hour or so. And yeah, for those who haven't picked them up yet, just let me know either through Discord or if you catch me online. Just let me know when you want to pick up and I will hand them over. Conjure time. We can do, yeah, we could do Ep 4. Sounds good. Yeah, see if we can actually get Conduit to show up, because I have not seen a single Conduit for the entire event. I mean, it's 1 out of 5 now, like, surely there's a chance. You'll make one show up. Sounds good. Oh, a nice dual bird. Nice. Oh, no worries, it's fine. Yeah, this event, if you are curious, is on for about a little bit over 2 weeks more. So if you are just starting in Ephinea or anything, there is still plenty of time to get levels and find stuff. And remember as well, even once this event is over, you'll still have like the weekly rotating boost, so... Yeah, 4 mile shoots a lot faster with Rambling Mare. That's why it's used so much on it. Also, I think my restream may have just decided to disconnect partially from YouTube. It's still fine on Twitch. But for some reason it's decided that apparently I'm not streaming on YouTube. Although it does, in one window it says I'm streaming on YouTube, and then the next window, which is also restream, it says I'm not streaming on YouTube. Thanks for the clear information there, restream. Oh hey, it's actually Divine Punishment hours, let's do that. But yeah, basically certain character classes have way faster animations for certain weapon types. 4 Mile is really good with shot, and also I think she has a good slicer animation as well. But then 4 Mile has some really slow animations as well. So yeah, the shot animation is very quick. Cunewell, I don't think has any special animations. I think she just uses like the generic female ones. Yeah, I'm sure she has a different slicer animation. Yeah. Full Mile mech gun is kind of slow. I think quite a few of the animations are really slow for 4 Mile, but yeah, there's certain weapon types that they're way better with. But yeah, to answer the question about Hunewell, I think Hunewell basically has like standard animations for pretty much everything, so... Oh, I'm so glad you didn't drop an Uber error over there. Yeah, I mean, for Hunewell, for guns on Hunewell, you're probably looking at mech guns, like Charge Vulcans, or something like Last Swan. They're probably the main ones you would use on Hunewell. Holy Ray is decent for long-range stuff. So if you're fighting something, for example, in tower, and you want to sort of stay far away and not aggro stuff, Holy Ray is nice because it has rifle range. But it's one of those weapons where it's quite niche. You'll only use it now and again. But it's very good at what it does. Yeah, I mean, if we're talking animations, like, Ramal is a good example of that. So the Ramal handgun animation is way faster as well. So she shoots it sideways and it's really quick. Yeah, honestly, the main reason I want Heaven Punisher is just so I can stop using this mag. I really don't like this mag. Oh, more people are spamming Forest. That's another Forest banner. Can confirm that is the best reason to get one. Yeah, I really don't like the look of the striker unit. I think it only really suits like Rakast. I mean, you can barely see my character when I use it. It's just a really, really ugly mag. That, and I personally think that Heaven Puncher looks a lot better than Heaven Striker as well. But yeah, I have had no luck with that hunt at all so far. Haven't even had a photon drop from Mericarol yet. Who a striker unit always getting bullied? It serves a purpose, it's just very ugly. Holy Ray's hard to get. There's at least 1 or 2 IDs that get it from bosses. It's normally about 1 in 30 or so, I think. It's not too bad. I've seen a few drop. I don't think everyone will hit though. Blueful Dragon drops Holy Ray. I think there's one ID that gets it from Derol as well. I can't remember what ID it is though. Green Illuka. Yeah, there might be other drops for it as well. I just can't remember what they are. Yeah, it's quite a useful weapon. It has a paralyzed special as well. I mean, unless you get on with hit, it might not land with a Healing Whirl, but it's pretty good. Again, it is a very niche weapon for what you use it for, but it does help in a few places for sure. I'm getting plenty of badge drops, which is nice. Oh, the Photon Crystal drop, nice. Silver badges are going on the floor again. Also, does that mean that your bank and your character is full of them? Nice work. No Claire's, unfortunately. It was funny that we just randomly ran into one earlier. You know, I can't find a Hilda or anything like that, but I ran into the rarest rare enemy in the game. I gave my rim out about 80 silver badges today. And you're back to the same place again. Yeah, just while we're doing this as well, I've talked about it a little bit on the Discord, but did anyone else see the trailer for the new Golden Axe show? Thoughts? I feel as we play a lot of Sega stuff, we should probably talk about it a bit. I'm still mad about that. I wish I didn't have eyes. Mixed feelings. Yeah, no, so there is I think it's on Paramount Plus it's going to be on in September. They are doing basically like an animated show based on Golden Axe. People have had very mixed opinions of it. Oh, a Morning Glory with 10 hit. Amazing. No worries, Nichiro, good to see you. It looks okay to me, a bit too cheesy. Yeah, So my opinion of it, again, it's just based on what we've seen in the trailer so far. I personally don't like that they've changed it into what feels like a comedy show. It felt like the entire trailer was like jokes, which I don't think fits Golden Axe that well. And I know someone is going to say, oh god, you got another swordsman law. I'm so sorry that you have to unseal that. I know someone is going to say, well, you know, the arcade ending of Golden Axe, you know, they jump out the arcade machine and everything, you know. But, and yes, I know that, but the main story of Golden Axe is about like a few people who have horrible, horrific things happen to their friends and family because death either kills them all. Yeah, let's make that into a comedy. That sounds good. I don't get it. I don't know, I just felt like that a lot of the jokes were trying too hard as well. The animation style I can't really comment on because I think that's really subjective. I think you either like it or you don't. I'm personally not a huge fan of it, but I think that's like an artistic thing. I think, yeah, different people are going to like it or dislike it. But I just have problems with how they're portraying it so far. Again, it's hard to judge because it is just the trailer we've had so far for it. It was just like some of the jokes in the trailer were just like physically making me cringe. It'll be along the lines of Star Trek Lower Decks. So apparently, I think the guy that's writing this is the same guy that did Lower Decks. I did not see Lower Decks, but I think it's the same person. That makes sense. Yeah, Scott, but I agree with that. I think the designs of the characters, like in terms of like the outfits and everything, is pretty close to the game. It is a bit weird that they made Axe Battler this like really sort of dopey, clumsy guy. That's a bit of a choice, but the actual outfits, I guess, are very similar. But yeah, there's just some of the humor in the trailer. It kind of just didn't sit right with me because it's not really a comedy game. I think like there's one point where I think it's Tyrus Flair says something like they're on about like how they need to make a plan to beat Death Adder, and she says something along the lines of, "Well, what we'll do is we'll go through a series of progressively harder stages and then fight a big boss at the end." And it's like, yeah, you don't need to spell that out. I mean, again, you can only see so much from the trailer, I suppose. I think it starts on about September the 16th, so maybe I might try watching the first episode of it and see what it's like, but the trailer did not give good impressions, because pretty much the entire thing was jokes. I don't mind there being like the odd thing here and there, the odd little joke here and there in it. You know, again, you know, it is a game where you hunt very, very small people to steal potions. You know, but it felt like the entire trailer was based around humor. Yeah, I think the Golden Axe shot, I think it's part of, there's an initiative that Sega started, I think it was last year they announced it, or like beginning of this year, I think it's called Sega Universe, where they are basically doing, they're looking at the classic IPs and they are basically doing non-game related stuff for them as well. So I think this is one of the first things they're doing as part of it. PSO sure went. Yeah, I mean, some of the games based on the classic franchise that have been doing are really good. Yeah, I mean, obviously Streets of Rage 4 was good. From what I understand, the recent Shinobi game was pretty good as well. Crazy Taxi is looking fine from what I've seen so far. Be interesting to see how good that actually is. Too big a backlog, yeah, I get that. So yeah, I don't know. I might give the Golden Axe show a try when it launches and just see what it's like. But if it's like how it was in the trailer, I don't think I'll vibe with it much. I bet it won't survive a season. Deadpool is both the single best and worst thing that happened. See, I kind of like the Deadpool movies. And, you know, some of the stuff when he's in games is pretty funny, but there does seem to be this thing recently where we're turning pretty much everything into comedies. Phantasy Star 2 Text Adventures, the anime. Well, if it's based on the one we've played so far, it'd be a very, very dull anime. I feel like when we played that game last week, earlier in the week, I feel like nothing happened. I realise we're probably still fairly early in it, but I feel like nothing happened in that game. We climbed a tree. We killed a fish. Went in a dark cave. It then told us that if we went any further, we'd get eaten. And then we went further and didn't get eaten. And we got a gem. And that was about it. It's such a weird game, man. I don't know if the other text adventures are similar to that one. Was finding a jewel in a fish not exciting? It was unexpected. I'll give it that. I'm interested to see how it goes, though. Yeah, very weird game so far. It would have definitely been better as a point and click, yeah, definitely. I've got no idea how long it's going to be missed. I have absolutely no idea. I've never looked into it. I can't see it being too long. I mean, the entire game is like 128 kilobytes. It was like a download game, so... I love that you remember that Rudger found the gem, but not that his family died. That's actually a really good point. I had actually forgotten that. I've been spamming Divine Punishment, so I have no PB whatsoever. I'll just boost. Yeah, I'd sort of glossed over the fact that he found his family dead. Well, we made an attempt. Right, who we got? Nope. This is why you do it on Yellow Buzz. Because it means that even if you get this boss, you still have a good drop. Yeah, 200% rare enemies, by the way. Maybe Gold is just wait until we get the 1% hit bonus to guarantee a 65 hit. I don't know if you were here when I mentioned it, Nemo, or if you've seen it on the Discord, but did you see that someone apparently on the Ephinea Discord team pointed a 70 hit Gold Miller? Deliberately. They're apparently quitting the game and decided to they gave away a load of their stuff and then apparently team pointed a 70 hit Gold Miller. I just looked up the gun that combines with Heaven Punisher. Oh, the Ophilices. Why is it female only? I can't actually remember if it is on Ephinea or not, or if they removed that. Yeah, there's loads of stuff in PSO that's only usable by like certain races or certain genders. I know on the Sega servers it was definitely female only. They might have changed it on Ephinea. There was a banner of him putting PSO. Maybe that's the reason, Braxton, yeah. Yeah, I think on the Sega servers, I could be wrong, but I think on the Sega servers, it might have been female only. I have a feeling they've changed it on Ephinea, though. Yeah, the description mentions for women. I'm sure when I was playing my Rakcast recently, I'm sure he could use it. Having said that, though, there are items in the game that are gender locked. Oh, I got the wobbly hat. It's not quite as good as the wobbly hat with the force, but you can do it. course, no Galatine. Oh, actually, no, I actually got one. Why did it not appear straight away? I mean, it has no hit, but... What does it have? So it'll have 30 dark. How can the weapon sense if you're a man or a woman? Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe it's like the thing, you know, like how Blade has in his katana in the movies, where if someone else tries using it, it shreds the hand. Why couldn't that hit have been on the Galatine instead? Question is, do I get 2 Heaven Punishers off of a Golden Miller? Golden Miller is very niche, but looks cool. I'm still not sure if I like Milmator, the mech gun that you make from Heaven Punisher. I guess you just have to understand that if you use it, the Divine Punishment isn't that good on it, because it has like a longer delay between the hits, with it being a mech gun. But it's still a strong mech gun though, I guess. Yeah, you'd probably use it with lock-on filter. Even then, you're basically using it for the looks though, because, again, stupid thing about PSO, charge Vulcans just out-damage it. It is kind of funny how hilariously unbalanced this game is. My dude, can you please tech this properly? Thank you. I do not care at all about the Rionov. Yeah, again, it's kind of like a fashion weapon, isn't it? It's one of those ones where I use it because it's cool. God, this tech is terrible. My dude, please. No, almost, not quite. Dual Blade actually hits decent. Yeah, I mean, it has good attack power, really, for a mech. Thank you. You might get thrown to lobby 1, no worries. How funny would it be now if there was 50 hit charge Vulcans in the shop? Well, I've got a few drops that run. Galatine would be really, really nice, but it's not really something I really want to hunt. I did get thrown to lobby 1. We did a PS2 run, only got 5 minutes shorter than the run you did. No gold, but I'm 3 PDs richer. I think that's about what you kind of have to expect from these runs now. Okay, I got in. Alright, so I've probably got time for 1, maybe 2 runs, depending on what we do. But yeah, again, for those who are here for the first time, 20-year-old game, by the way. Still pulling people. Who's doing a TTF for the road? Yeah, I mean, I guess we should probably do at least one to try and get a red ring. We've got enough people we can do a few runs, really. We've done tower already. We have not done a tower run today, no. We did a CCA, which is almost the same thing. Have you done Twilight Sanctuary? No. Yeah, so we can get at least one TTF game going for Red Ring. I mean, if people want to do a tower run, I don't mind if someone wants to set a tower run up as well. The first rule of Twilight Sanctuary is you do not talk about Twilight Sanctuary. Yeah, sure, Metroid if you want to make a white tower. We've got a lot of people at the minute, so there's probably going to be a few games. So people just join whatever you want to. And then if we need more games setting up, we can set more up. Alright, so we've got the TTF run there. I cannot recall how many spaceship runs I did yesterday. Alright, there is a Whitehall Tower run up as well now. Yeah, the first TTF is full. So there's one more slot for Whitehall Tower. No, they're not doing an Anguish 3. There's an Anguish 3 game above Tower. Definitely not doing Anguish 3 Tower. No way. Okay, so that Tower run is full. So people who are left, do you want to do a TTF as well? I will probably have to switch class because purple does not get a red ring. I can't remember if yellow does. Let's see, what could I get? I could get my red rear. And then I guess there's a small chance of getting another Lavis. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get my red rear. I've barely used this event anyway, so she probably needs some experience. Also, thank you for the follow, Dr. Worm, as well. And Nelek as well. Well, I'm glad the connection's held out for the rest of the stream. That's good. The question is, can I get back in the lobby? Alright, password, as always, will be stream. Okay, I do have a key freeze, that's good. Yeah, I barely used this character this event. I think I did a couple of max attack runs, got Lavis, and then just didn't use her. No worries if you die, it's fine. Only 1 million to level. I don't mind doing full kills, by the way, if you want to. It's more experience for people, I guess. Do you know what? I think I'll just debuff. Oh, Disco Braidman and a PD on a red Saber. Yeah, so the person who was asking earlier about leveling, this will always be one of the best quests for leveling. It's not the most interesting quest, but it will always be one of the best quests for leveling just because of the having all the bosses. Just redo the dragon over and over. Yeah, it kind of depends on your level and how you find it. Resetting the dragon is pretty quick experience, particularly with the double experience at the minute. It's super fast to do, obviously. The dragon's a really easy fight. Guess I forgot to put Gizondo on my palette. So yeah, you can either just reset the dragon. If you want to do the full thing, it's good experience as well. But if you're solo, it's maybe faster just doing dragon resets. But yeah, it is not the most interesting thing to do though. And with the event on at the minute as well, because the experience is so high, you can literally just run anything and you'll level fine. Here I was remembering how to dodge. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't. Oh yeah, try and split the slimes if we can, because there is a chance they'll the red could drop Lavis. Well, we've got some more in the last room. There's still a chance. I like how we all just ignored that last lily. It was almost like it wasn't there. I always forget how much force damage is nerfed in F1 in multiplayer. I'm so much weaker. Yeah, I mean, you can probably see the experience we're getting here. It's ludicrous, really. You know, it's like about 500 experience per monster in caves. When you get into like episode 4, you're getting up to over 1,000 experience in ultimate per enemy. No, I don't think we've got a red slime, fortunately. I got luck material though. That's something. Yeah, slimes are really weird. They desync really easily in multiplayer. Makes them pretty irritating to deal with, honestly. Because quite often they'll get frozen while they're still in the puddle form, and then just can't hit them. I don't know why this room takes so long to spawn the last waves. There's like a massive delay before this spawn. Alright, do roll time. Yeah, the roll is really weird in Ultimate because with a force specifically. Because in single player he's massively resistant to pretty much every element, but in multiplayer he takes loads of damage from fire. So it's almost quicker killing him with a force in multiplayer. It's very weird. Trying to get into PSO BB, but every time I get to level 10 or 15 I end up border running forest and mines over and over again and feeding mag. Any tips? I would say if you've stuck to episode 1 you could always try an area of episode 2. Or if you're getting bored, maybe try a different class. I don't know what class you're playing as, but it might worth trying a different class. It's like something completely different. Just see if that obviously enjoy it a bit more. You know, hunters, rangers, and forces all play very differently, so... I will also say as well, for me with PSO, I find it a lot more fun in the higher difficulties. I think it's really good fun when you first start the game. Doing everything for the first time is really cool, but then when you level in future characters, I find the low level part of the game a bit dull. But at high level, it's really good. I say high, once you get to 80, and you get to this difficulty. I am now 1 GU bazooka richer, congratulations. Would love to see a proper Phantasy Star show get made. I would be interested in it if it was done sympathetically. I mean, to be fair, there has been Phantasy Star shows, but they were both for PSO too. Keep coming back to Master Raven like a bad X. Why does this thing do so much compared to everything else? I guess that the only downside with Master Raven really is, I guess, that it can't combo. I guess that's how they decided to balance it. But yeah, it's a pretty good gun. On certain classes, anyway. But yeah, I would say if you are struggling with like the low level of the game, just try different areas, try a few different quests, and try different classes out as well. And if you haven't tried playing with other people, try jumping into some multiplayer runs as well, because sometimes multiplayer is a lot more fun. Another banner on the US ship. Level 200 banner. Cool. Considering just dunking PDs into it for more damage. Yeah, I mean, I guess you need to look at like what you use the most, I guess. What you get the most use out of. It is really high attack power for a handgun. I want to say Heaven Strike is higher, but obviously that's Ranger only. Also, good news, Restreamers decided to reconnect to YouTube. Oh, another banner. The level 200. Today's been crazy. Finally got a sealed J sword after years of trying. Spent around 600 hours in the Xbox days. Sword has 25 hit as well. Nice. Wife also found a Monkey King bar shortly after. Oh, nice one. Congrats on that. Yeah, SGS is a hard drop, man. Yeah, congrats on that. Getting into the older PSO games and starting with the Clementine server for PSU. Love your tutorials. Oh, cheers for that. I hope you have fun as well. Yeah, all the games play very, very differently, so even if you don't vibe with one of them, just check another one out. Yeah, I will be doing a PSU video end of the month because August 31st is the 20th anniversary of PSU's release in Japan. Mines in Ultimate on your own is ridiculous. Yeah, mines, I feel like when you get into Ultimate, I think the jump from cave, well, from forest to cave is interesting because it's kind of like your first big exposure to Megid. I know Hillstalk can use it in forest, but that barely ever shows up. I really need Gazon down my palette. Like, badly. Yeah, then when you get to caves, and then all of a sudden all the lilies are using Megid. It's not a good time when you first get there. But yeah, the jump from cave to mines is very noticeable. Played NGS, got to max level, it has so much potential, but I'm just not looking forward to LTQ that aren't called LTQs. Yeah, I think the gameplay loop for NGS is kind of very much set in stone at this point. It's very reliant on these LTQs. That's kind of just how the game plays. I don't think it'll change anytime soon. If you like that kind of gameplay, then fine, but it is one of my issues with NGS for sure. Why is this follow-up so fast? we go, finally. We had the stuff to make the Black King bar. All in all, it has been a good day on Ephinea. Yeah, Black King bar is really good. It's a very, well, I think it's the strongest double saber. I never know what this guy's weak to. I always forget. I think it's ice, but not particularly. But yeah, I would definitely go back to the older games for sure. If you start on PSU, that's an interesting place to start, really. Out of curiosity, is there any reason that you started with PSU in particular when you went back? I'm just curious for people who've like come into the franchise later, like why you would choose PSU as the one you go to first. F2 is even worse than Ultimate, especially the first area. Room full of those ruins monsters that spam grants and make it at the worst. Yeah, F2 in Ultimate is a very, very big wake-up call. What's your opinion on unsealing the J-Star 25 hit? Should I unseal or keep it sealed? Was it 25 hit unteched or 25 hit teched? Unteched, okay, so it's... So if you take it up 10%, it'd be 35. Please tell me you did uptech it. With 35 hit... I don't know, that's kind of borderline, I think. That's a really tough choice because SGS is the only sword, well, the only real melee weapon that has like unreduced hell on multi-targets. Outside of S-rank sword, but that can't have hit. So it is good for that, but it is also quite a low accuracy weapon. Yeah, I'm not sure what the kind of cutoff point is for SGS as to when it's worth keeping sealed. I mean, I suppose the other thing as well, though, is if you've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours hunting it, you might just want to unseal it. You know, because it's something that you've spent so long hunting. Keep unsealed, and then if you find a better one somehow, then you can sell it. Yeah. I mean, good luck finding a second SGS. Grand Sorcerers can die in a fire somewhere, they can. I hear them. Oh, also 34. PSU systems I'm familiar with, like Salon and whatnot. I tried Ephinea, but it felt so different. I wanted a happy medium. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, PSU is very much like the halfway house between PSO and PSO2. So... yeah, I think if you come from a game like NGS or PSO2, PSU will kind of feel similar enough. I mean, it's obviously still a very different game. But you'll see where PSO2 got some of its ideas from. Yeah, that's a good point, Disaster. Yeah, I guess, you know, it's going to take 23,000 kills to unseal your SGS anywhere. So, because of that, you can just like kind of decide what you want to do with it while you're unsealing it. Because even when you get to the 23,000, it doesn't unseal automatically or anything. You still have to tell it to unseal. Oh, you got a ruby bullet picker. Nice. Yeah, very nice drop though. I mean, getting an SGS at all is a very, very hard drop, so to get on with hit is crazy. He dropped it on the ground. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't have hit or anything, it's fair. Yeah, I mean, it took me... Like, I started hunting my SGS in, like, 2003 on GameCube. And I hunted it on and off for, like, 20 years. Finally got it to drop last year, in last year's anniversary. And it had no attributes at all, so... Yeah, just be happy with whatever you get. I really should bring a Summit Moon when I do this. That would really help. Oh, Falls has been a pain. I hate Falls when it's like this. Spent so much time, it's probably worth it unsealed. Not going to try and look for another one as it took so long to get this one, yeah. Yeah, when I found mine, I was like, I know it's got no attributes, I'm not hunting another. Falls and Olga are either 1 or 100, yeah. It seems that way. I've said it over and over again, but yeah, it always feels like they either just die instantly or are the worst fight you've ever had. Put yours on Hucasil. Yeah, I mean, Hucasil probably gets the best use out of the low accuracy, I guess. Yeah, if you guys want a PB, I can boost. Hey, Pizza, good to see you. How goes anniversary? We haven't really had anything drop today. I have had 2 banners so far. I got a Rafoy level 30 disc a little while ago, and I think was it Friday? I think Thursday or Friday I got a Lavis cannon. But it's been a really good experience. I've leveled so much on a lot of my characters. Oh, thanks, Peter. Yeah, hopefully it's treating you well as well. Went from 125 to 153, nice. Yeah, I was going to say, we were going to PB there, but Falls' health was so low. This wasn't worth it. The system that uses your name for section ID is kind of whack for Blueburst, but I get that it's not a big deal for people that have been playing for 20 years. Yeah, the section ID system is very, very controversial, I think, for a lot of people. A lot of people really don't like that with PSO. For me, I'm used to it because I played the game for so long. Ephinea does let you get around it a bit because you can just name your character whatever and then rename them. Or you can adjust your section ID once. So if you wanted a specific section ID on Ephinea, you can just find any random name that gets that section ID and then rename your character. Got Heart of Flamberge, but you weren't aiming for a banner. Honestly, a bonus. I saw the clip of you getting the Heart of Flamberge. I love that you got it and were like, what does it do? What is section ID for? So it influences all of your rare drops that you get. So whoever leads the game is on their section ID. That influences what things drop. Also influences the types of weapons that are more likely to drop from things. So for like regular weapons. So for example, if your lead character is Skyly, you have a slightly higher chance of getting sword drops and a slightly lower chance of getting mech gun drops. And it's different for every section ID. I like the section IDs, makes us do more characters and makes us work around. Yeah, I've always liked it, but I get why people might be turned off from it as well. It's very much a system of its time that I don't think would be that popular if they used it again now. Greenhill Rifle ID, Dragon refuses to drop rifle. Yeah. Yeah, I saw the clip, pizza. Yeah, I think the easiest way to describe it is it's basically like a weapon skin. So you know in NGS or PSO2 how you have weapon camos? It's essentially that kind of thing, but for Blueburst. So it will make whatever you use it on look like a Flamberge. Literally me, I got a Heart of Flamberge and didn't know what it was. Time to farm a limb with high hit, yeah. You could use it on an Excalibur, yeah, and it'll make the Excalibur look like a Flamberge, i.e. much better. Heart of Poom when? I'm waiting. I don't want to put her on an Excal unless it has high hit. I'd probably say an Excal with like any amount of hit is probably worth using it on. Excal's got quite high accuracy anyway. I wouldn't use it on one that has no hit. But I can understand you being hesitant about using it. 25 or 30s. Look, if you've got a 25 or 30 hit Excalibur, I'd probably use it on that. I don't know what the rest of the chat would be like, but I think if I had a 25 hit Excalibur, I'd consider using it on that. 30 I would definitely use it on. Heart of Flamberge makes Excalibur look not awful. Exactly. And it stops Excalibur from making the woof woof noises as well. Excalibur's high hit, so 30 is good. Is PSO2 New Genesis worth playing? I only ever played this PSO as a kid, and obviously now with Ephinea. It's a very, very different game. PSO2... Even base game PSO2 was like a drastic change in the franchise of how it played. I don't know if I'd recommend NGS. And I'm saying that as an NGS creator. I think it's the kind of game where if you just wanted to mess around in it and play it very casually and play like once or twice a week, maybe it'd be fine to play. NGS slander my beloved. I'm not slandering, I'm being honest. Story is very good. The story has improved a lot. And there is stuff to do. But I just feel like, for me personally, I feel the game's a little bit lacking. I'm honestly of the camp who prefers PSU's middle-of-the-road gameplay to the others. Yeah, there are a lot of people who love PSU the most. For me, it'll always be PSO for me, specifically the GameCube version. I love Blue Burst, don't get me wrong, but for me, GameCube is what I started with. I feel some of the balancing was a little better on GameCube, but PSO in general, I love. Thing with NGS, with the gacha thing, the gacha thing, first of all, the gacha was in PSO2 Classic as well. Most of the gacha stuff is entirely kind of cosmetic stuff that doesn't really matter. But there is now and again you do like capsule gachas that are for fixes, which I don't really like. It's probably worth checking out. I mean, it's free to play as well, so yeah, you can always check it out. It's a free game, you know. Check it out, see if you like it. If you don't like it, you haven't lost anything, apart from time. The barking is the only reason to use Xscal. Yeah, if you can get particularly like a 30 hit lame, that'd be really nice. I think one of the best ways to get it at the minute, Peter, is probably if you've got a Pinkle. Pinkle A2 is really good for hunting lame. Skylight Desert's not bad as well. My very first experience of NGS was being harassed by multitudes of windows for things I had no idea of what to do with. Yeah, I agree with that. I think it is too much. Forces Skylight. Yeah, so for Skylight, lame drops from the big Gorons. Didn't really like PSU, also not a fan of NGS. Probably spent 1,000 hours on Dreamcast, maybe 1,600 on Xbox. Not sure how much on the portable versions, but not as much as console. Yeah, I think because the game's changed so much over the years, it's really hard to find someone who likes every single one of them. It's quite rare. Is MA for Desert for Sky? You could do that. You could do... I can't remember how many Goron detonators are in the event Desert quest. You could also do A1 Skylight, because that does have a few detonators, but not many. But like Nemu said there, in A1 you've also got a chance at Heaven Punisher and Seal J Sword, and Heart of Flamberge, and Lavis Cannon, and Cincester. Yeah, Skylight A1 is ridiculous. But yeah, I think we will probably end things there for today. So on Wednesday's stream, we will, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, we will be doing Phantasy Star 2 text adventures again. I don't know if we'll continue with them. We'll see. We'll base it on if Rudo can do something in the entire stream, then we might continue playing them. But so far, its experience has not been good. So we'll try them again on Wednesday. I mean, what we could do as well is if we do some more Rudos and really nothing happens, we could always try one of the other characters and see if that's any better, because there is an adventure for each of them. I want to know more about Rugger's adventure. What about him doing not a whole lot? So yeah, we'll see. So that'll be on Wednesday. I do have some other Cursed Phantasy Star games as well. So I also have Phantasy Star Gaiden and Phantasy Star Adventure, not to be confused with Phantasy Star Text Adventures, which are the Game Gear games. So we can try those as well. It might not be on Wednesday, but they're there. Yeah, that's all he's done so far. He's literally just walked around the forest, jammed sticks in various places, stumbled around the dark and poisoned fish. That's all he's done. So yeah, we'll continue his adventures on Wednesday. Next Sunday, I don't think there will be a stream because I've got other plans next Sunday. Pizza, you know what that is. But yeah, that'll be next Sunday. So I will be around on PSO. So even though there's no stream next Sunday, I will be online on Ephinea during the week. So again, drop by this lobby if you want any games. But yeah, whatever you're doing, have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys on Wednesday for some incredibly cursed Phantasy Star. Again, thank you for all the follows and everything today as well, and thanks for Gothalion for the raid earlier as well, much appreciated. So whatever you're doing, have a great week, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Feel free to like, subscribe, follow, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you on Wednesday for the cursed Phantasy Star 2 text adventures. See you guys.